So I had this idea that I wanted to show everybody because I do get a lot of questions asked on how I do my water changes, the equipment I use, especially on such a larger aquarium. How am I doing my water changes? Well, we're going to answer that today with today's video, and we're going to do a water change on this aquarium. The time is due for it. And this is a 335 gallon aquarium. It's 6 feet long, a little over 6 feet long, a little over 3 feet front to back, and 31 inches high. It was a custom aquarium. I resealed it, bought it used, resealed it, and now it's here, housing fish. So it's time to get some water changes going today. I'm gonna talk about the chemicals used, the pump I use, how long it takes, and well, I guess we'll find out how the fish tolerate it as well. And while we're obviously doing water changes, I'll talk about some other things that are going on in the fish room as well. So let's get going, shall we? All right, so first thing I do, I got these massive well, not massive, I got these 2x6s that sit on top of the aquarium because I do have arowana. I don't want them to just pop out everywhere. And if you also notice another thing too, if you look at the top of the aquarium, like right here along the top, you're gonna see some Monstera, and I also have pothos on there. So that helps big time with nitrates. These old children's child locks, I guess you could say, they were a great idea that I had for keeping the arowana in the fish tank, and they kind of never really were used. I thought it would be a great idea. Turns out it wasn't a bad idea, but it wasn't like the best idea either. So I ended up scrapping them. I just got to take them off the lids and clean them all up. But yeah, I'm not using them for all the people asking. I did see some comments. How are the child locks working? Truthfully, I'm not utilizing them. They didn't work the way that I wanted or I thought that they would. So, I scrapped them. But yeah, look at them. Happy, healthy, hungry. First thing I do, obviously, this tank does have a heater in the back corner. I am going to obviously unplug the heater. First thing you need to do. So all my hosing here at the bottom, just a food grade hose. Bought it on Amazon. I'll put some links below to all the equipment I use. I don't get an affiliate fee or anything like that. I'm not paid by any of these companies other than the chemical company that supports me, that does sponsor the channel. I'm gonna give you honest reviews. If the company's crap, I'll tell you. And I won't work with a crap company. So anyways, I get no payback from this. So you can find these online. It's a massive, massive, massive hose. And then the pump, I'll show you in 2 seconds here. But basically what I do with this is, luckily I'm in a garage, I just run it out the door. That's all I do. Simple as that. Don't need to show you that. Hoses ran out, nice and simple. And then the pump. This is let the light settle here. This is a Vivosun pump. I think it's 2,800 gallons an hour, 2,700 gallons per hour Vivosun pump. I'll put the model in the description of the video. But this is what I use for a pump. Pumps up pretty quick, can drain this tank in about 10 minutes. So I just drop that in. And everyone's happy. Actually, can you read that? There you go. That's the pump I use. China brand, nothing fancy. Works great. You don't need a high-tech pump for doing water changes, guys. It's just to flush the water out of the aquarium. So that is that. Big wave maker up at the top here that I use, as well as the FX6s at the bottom. I use 4 FX6s on this aquarium, primarily because, well, I used to have an agreement with Fluval, and they supplied me all of these FX6s, and now it's housing fish. I do have bulkheads on each side of the aquarium that I could easily sump this aquarium, but I just haven't gotten around to it. That is something I'll be doing in the future, but definitely I want to drain this tank and revamp it quite a bit here. So that's basically it. Probably do a few of these videos. Just, we'll kind of pick a tank once every couple weeks and do a water change on it, show you how I maintain my aquariums, just because, well, people want to know. Obviously, when you're doing a water change, clean your glass. I use the Flipper Max. Flipper provided me with these algae scrapers Flipper is the best when it comes to that. They are expensive, a little warning, but man, do they ever work, and they work good. They have algae scrapers for acrylic and glass aquariums, so they're absolutely incredible. They're worth it, I'm telling you. And I think I actually have a discount code with them, so you can check out Flipper's products. And I think with my code, you get free shipping and a free gift. So if you're ever in need of something like that, I'll put that in the description as well. You want to save a few bucks, man? Times are tough. You want to save a few bucks? This is the way to do it. Definitely save a few bucks. I guess while we wait, I'll show you how everybody's kind of doing in the situation in the fish room, just because, well, we are vlogging. Geos are good. Hole in the head is subsided. Everybody is healing up perfect and doing very, 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 very well. The fire eel is right there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see him. There he is right there. And then all the geos are fine as well. Another cool thing over here, you're going to see this big boy, tiger shovel nose. He's absolutely doing great. He's a hybrid. He's got plans to go in the monster aquarium. However, I don't know anymore if I want to keep him or what I'm going to do, but I've already got some homes lined up for him. And if I want to get rid of him and make sure he finds a good home with an ample tank size to house this fish properly. These guys will get eventually very, very, very massive. Little Mitch, he's doing good. He's always doing good. And his wives are in here somewhere. Where's his wives? There they are, right down there. There's some of them. They're all doing good. I'll give you an update on this aquarium and how that's going soon in a future video. Look at him. There's the Jack. The mangrove Jack. Little beast, little demon. Eats once a day. Gets pretty good feedings where he's pretty fat and full. And then down here, I have... Oh! Can't show you that tank yet. That's for another video. While we're waiting, we'll talk about chemicals used and what chemicals I actually put in this aquarium. Now, forewarning, I am sponsored by this company, guys, but I am not going to give you any false information, if that makes sense. But I will warn you that I am sponsored by this company. They do provide my channel with chemicals free of charge. However, I don't work with garbage companies. So, the company I use for all my chemicals in the fish room, Microbe Lift. Microbe Lift is a good company. They've been around for quite some time, definitely making waves in the industry now. They have lots of products from water clarifiers, conditioners, organic herbal treatments of parasitic diseases, you name it. The chemicals that I use only in my fish room are water conditioner, maybe the odd Melifix, but typically the only chemical I use in all of my aquariums is purely water conditioner because I am on city water, so I have to have water conditioner. But that is primarily all I use. However, Microbe Lift has a ton of chemicals that you can check out. I'll put a link to their website or how you can buy it below. You find it at any fish store, so definitely go and check them out. Great stuff. Thank you to Microbe Lift for supplying the fish room. Now we clean the glass. Typically, I'll do this while the water's full. So then you have, your sponge on the one side and then your actual scraper on the other, and you're just cleaning away. And what I noticed is with the Amazon brand ones out there, the Amazon brand ones, you can buy them for 20 or 30 bucks or maybe even cheaper than that. But the problem is they don't really do a good job. You got to go over it like 100 times. These guys, I take them out maybe once every month and a half and give them a good clean. Other than that, they're good. It's reliable. I don't have to do 1,000 passes to get that one little spot of algae or residue on the glass. It keeps everything nice clean. But as you can see, it's only been like maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes maybe, and the tank's pretty much drained. Now for water change schedule, I'm doing about 75 to 80% water changes once per week on this aquarium. The size of the fish and the fish that I do house in this aquarium, it does build up nitrates pretty quick if you don't get on top of it. And with some species of fish in here that are sensitive to nitrates, like having stingrays, you got to make sure that you're staying on top of your husbandry in your aquarium. Otherwise, well, you're going to have problems. And the stingrays, you know, they're not going to last long. So make sure you're on top of your water changes with all your fish, especially when you have sensitive fish in your aquarium as well. Don't skip. It's kind of like, you know, don't skip leg day when you're going to the gym. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to your water changes. I also want to do a feeding video too. I am sponsored by a company called Ultra Fresh. If you haven't seen my channel already and seen some previous videos on them, absolutely great company. I am sponsored by them, but they don't ask me to post videos, reviews, nothing like that. Flood my channel. They have some incredible products, and there's no byproducts in there, additives or anything like that, harmful additives that are actually going to hurt your fish. Truly a clean product. So if you can see here, this is as low as we are going to go in this aquarium. The fish are basically at the bare bottom. That's how low I go in all of my tanks primarily. Hose goes in. I will say this, you should have a measuring glass when you're pouring in your chemicals. However, I've been using this exact same product for over a year now, I would say, and I know exactly how much to use. I will also say this, certain times of the year, check your taps, test your water. Cities like to do clean outs and all that other stuff, so just make sure that you're actually, you know, sometimes you may need the double dose and all that other stuff. So I've seen people basically put the recommended dose in for their chemicals, and then their fish randomly die after they do a water change, or they're showing signs of stress or illness, and you know, a lot of the time they don't make it. And that's simply because, well, you know, depending on the state you live in or where you are, they're flushing out the pipes at certain times of the year, and they're extremely high doses of chlorine or chloramine, and well, then next thing you know, your fish are dead, and all you did is use the recommended dose that you'd always use. So, and water's in. I mean, I don't rig it with anything. I can usually use C-clamps. I truly just don't know where they are, but these lids are pretty tight and sealed down, so nothing really happens there, and water's going in the aquarium. Check out that sticker, though. Super dope. Anyways, now it fills up. This is the part that I dread, and I've tried a million different methods, and I'll tell you what those methods are. People will probably say, Gordon, go buy a massive brute tote, fill it with water, put your pump in, and push the water back in your aquarium. It'll fill much faster. Buddy, I've tried that. It didn't make that much of a difference, and when it did, it was a lot of work to get it done. So here's what I do. While it's filling up and taking about an hour to fill, I go on and I start doing water changes on the other aquariums. This is the water change schedule. Once a week, water conditioner only, Vivosun pump, food grade hose. You got to be careful when you're buying your hoses for your aquarium. Just make sure that they're food grade. You don't have to. However, at the end of the day, I do, and I'm only going to recommend that to you just because of the fact that, well, I'm only recommending something that I know is safe to you. And a lot of you guys probably use it already anyways. So we fill her up, and when she's full, clean all the glass. Then I paper towel and keep all this glass spotless. Whoa. Fish are going crazy. That's another thing about having monster fish when you're doing water changes, especially big water changes like this. Like look at the arowana. Look how low he is. There you go. It's the bass. Yeah, that's pretty usual. Rays don't care. Rays are like, you know, bro, why are you freaking out? We know there's water in here. Don't worry about it. But yeah, bass are good. It gets so emotional. Plants are doing good though, aren't they? All I did is actually just put some grow lights up here And these lights are on in the fish room itself for about 5-6 hours a day. And that's all this Monstera needs. And they're rocking, to be honest. So, oh, and if you like trolling, and if you've been watching the King of DIY's videos, you'll notice that I'm being called Upper Decky, Georgie, Little Hands, whatever the case may be. It's all in good fun. There's some inside jokes in regards to those, and well, needless to say, I am going to get them back. Got some funny stuff on the way for that. So, all in fun, of course. Joey's my bro. Helps me out a lot. Obviously, helps out my channel a lot. And but that's best believe we're going to get him back. So if you like trolling, stay tuned. In terms of nitrates in this aquarium, I really don't have an issue in here. Within a week tops, I might have 30 parts per million, and that's a heavy feed week. But other than that, the Monstera is starting to finally do its job. The Pothos does its job, as well as weekly water changes and cleaning out the filtration. Let me know in the comments of things that maybe you'd like to see on my channel. If you know anything that I'm missing out on, that you're like, hey Gordon, you have any questions, content you'd like to see, fish you'd like to see on the channel, I'm always open to suggestions, and I'm always open to feedback as well. So if there's anything you aren't liking on this channel, let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to keep up with you. And we're back. Water change is done. Everyone's happy. Water's a little cloudy, but that's what happens after a water change. We all know that, people. Thank you to Microbe Lift for supplying everything I need for the fish room in regards to chemicals. I use Extreme Water Conditioner. You can definitely find that at your nearest LFS. If they don't have it, go to the owner and ask, why don't you guys have this stuff yet? I saw it on Gordon Aquarium Talk TV's YouTube, and I want to get it. Or I've seen it some places, and a lot of fish keepers are using it. I want to try it out. I'm sure you can find it online or something like that, but support your local LFSs. And just an FYI, all the products I use in this video, I will put links in the description below in this video. So if you want to try something out, you want to use the pump I use, the hosing I use, I don't know. You want to buy some Microbe Lift products and try them out yourself? Sure, go ahead. Why not? And again, Flipper, use my code, you get free shipping and a free gift. Why not save some, well, not save some money, why not get more for your dollar and save on shipping? But there's the aquarium. Let's turn off the lights. There we go. Course. Everyone's happy. See this, the rays always push the sand over to this one side. There's nothing I can do about that, trust me. If you look at all of my videos, the sand's always in different spots. Some days it's all over here, other days it's over here. That's what stingrays do. They love to play in it, hide in it, whatever the case may be. Mine don't really hide anymore. They've kind of gotten through that, but everyone's good. Black's good. All the fish are good. Yeah. That's how I do my water changes. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me know how you do yours. Maybe some tips and tricks that you could give me for mine. Anything you learned from this video that you want to bring into your fish room, let me know in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I think in a couple days, I got some more videos coming out. So we're right on track in December here. We're trying to give you a video every couple days. And I figured why not bring you along in the fish room with me. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.